Are you ready to create a life you crave? Let's spin that doom loop of negativity into an upward success cycle and start living lucky. Good morning. I'm Jana.
I'm Jason.
And we are living lucky. I hope you are too. We're talking about dreaming and scheming today.
Yeah, getting out of your normal environment also and just seeing
the possibilities
and getting your imagination just fired up.
Let me just tell you what really happened. We went to this place called Floor and Decor.
Or World Depot.
Oh.
World of Decor.
Oh, yeah. What did I say?
Floor and Decor.
No, it was called World Decor.
World of Decor. Yeah.
We both got it wrong.
We did.
It's somewhere in between.
That's right. We're not, and they're not sponsors, so we don't have to get the name right.
Okay. If you ever go by someone's house and you see those giant nutcrackers in front and you ever think, where did they get those?
Where in the heck do you get those 10-foot,
where do you get
9-foot tall nutcrackers?
And sometimes they're 15 feet.
Yeah, like the.
And you're like, where do they get a 15-foot nutcracker that you can literally roll under the legs? You know what I'm thinking?
Yeah. And then where do you store it?
Right?
You take it back after Christmas.
Where do you store that?
You work out a deal and take it back after Christmas, or you just buy yourself a storage unit and keep them there.
Wait, before I go any further, we just went to a store tonight and the lady said that somebody tried to bring back a table that was 6 years old.
She had the receipt.
I know, but you can't take something back after 6 years. You just can't do that. Okay, back to World Decor and the 20 feet nutcrackers.
Nice.
20 feet nutcrackers. Okay, so you're thinking, where do you get those? Well, you go to a place called World Decor. Is that what the name of it?
World of Decor.
It's called World Floor and Decor.
World of Decor. Floor and Decor is a different store.
Floor and World of Decor.
Yes.
That's the name of it. Anyway.
You go to the floor of World of Decor.
This place has all sorts of crazy stuff.
Just very different, unique things. Like the throne chairs that I really like.
Oh, Jason was drawn to these throne chairs and he wants to get one for his office. Now, let's just tell everybody why you want one of these.
Well, because it looks just regal. There are lions on the arms of the chairs, which, I resonate with. And
roar, let me hear you roar.
I got the eye of the tiger.
Wait, that's not a lion, that's a tiger.
Same thing. It's I don't live in the jungle, but I do feel like like the king of the jungle, the king of coaches, and that it just gives you that power feeling, and it starts making you imagine, you know what? Yeah, I deserve a throne.
Do you know what I think of when I think of a throne?
A toilet?
Yes. Do you want to know why? My 4th grade teacher, Mr. Burge.
I'm going to be on the throne if you need me.
No, we had this one kid in our class. His name was Gene File. Gene.
Yeah, just Gene. You have to use full names.
Okay. Anyway, he would always have to go to the bathroom. Okay. And so Mr. Burge would make him put a toilet seat on his
Here's
neck.
Your necklace.
And that was his pass. That was his hall pass to go to the bathroom.
Was the key to the bathroom on the toilet seat?
And then he would say, Gene File is getting ready to go sit on the throne.
That's right.
On his throne. And he would
the throne of the castle.
I think about this now and I think
that would not fly today.
This is harassment in every way, shape, and form.
You would get canceled in a heartbeat because you're making somebody feel bad about trying to go to the bathroom. This is probably why I would not go to the bathroom at school.
You wouldn't go to the bathroom at school?
No, I never sat down to go to the bathroom at school.
Wait, you still can't go to the bathroom in public places.
Right, because I've trained myself.
Because
I went away to boarding school, and it took me almost a month to start going on a regular basis. Yeah.
Is it because you had a teacher that made you wear a toilet seat around your neck?
I didn't have to wear a toilet seat around my neck. I don't know where it came from. I don't know where it started.
You should never shame somebody for having to go to the bathroom.
Having a poop. I got a poop.
But let me just tell you guys, because something happened while we were at the store. And I don't even know if I should tell this story. Should I tell this story?
Smelling poop.
Yeah, so we took our dog with us. I know. I'm probably going to get people saying you should never take your dog shopping with you, but we did.
Not like we went to the grocery store.
Yeah, we were out and about, and Tater was with us, and so we took her with us. And we're at this crazy store. I mean, we're looking at giant heads that are $1,000. I mean, these heads are, how tall are these heads?
It was about a 6-foot head. Just the head, like that's
just
from
the head,
the chin up.
The head was 6 feet tall. And we were looking at, I mean, they had these snakes that you just put in your yard. You just put them in.
And it was a rigid snake, like a 12-foot rigid.
I literally asked the guy, I'm like, what do you do with this thing? And he's like, some people just put them in their yard. Some people hang them on their walls. They're just big old fat snakes.
But the beautiful thing about what it does for your imagination to see things like that.
Okay, well, let me finish my story real quick. So we had Tater with us, and all of a sudden we're walking through the back of the store, believe it or not, and we stopped. Jason was looking at this thing and getting a price, and all of a sudden I'm like, I smell poop. I smell poop.
It's brought back traumatic memories for me. It was sassy.
I literally smelled poop, and I thought for a second, oh my gosh, what if our dog had some sort of problem?
Shark.
Yes. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if this was a coincidence or a synchronicity or what.
It's a sign.
But Jason goes, watch out. And the ceiling was dripping some sort of
yellow
stew. Some sort of stew was dripping from the ceiling.
Yellow nastiness, like yellowish brown nastiness.
It was brown. It was more brown than yellow.
I don't think those would be toilet pipes. There was
I
don't know. There was no upstairs.
And I literally, I started like smelling my hands because I'm like, did I roll through this? And what is this?
I think it was just like kind of nasty, like attic water.
I don't know. I'm like, could there be a toilet up there? Is there a second floor to this building? Is
office?
Something leaking?
Somebody has plugged up the secret office toilet.
And it's leaking,
overflowing onto the floor,
and
dripping down.
I'm smelling it. I mean, it was very, very ironic that I'm like, I smell poop,
and I'm about to roll through what
I
looks
literally,
like.
I was like, I smell poop, and then all of a sudden, it started dripping on me.
It's like Carrie, like blood's coming from the ceiling.
Oh my god, it was terrible. Anyway, okay, so we're at this place, and Jason sits in this big throne. Okay, and when he does, he just sits a little taller. He has this big old grin on his face. His confidence, you can tell it just increases a notch or two.
It felt like a chair deserving of me and of something that I deserve.
Now, I'm telling you, there's a whole section of this Floor and Decor, World Decor, whatever the name of the store is.
We're going to need to get both of these people to be sponsors.
There's a whole section of this store that looks like it's where Donald and Melania Trump do all of their shopping.
Yeah, or Jackie Siegel.
it is gold, and it is so ornate that you're almost like, I'm not sure if that's gaudy or if that's really, really luxurious.
Yeah, Regal. Like, and what type of house does this go in?
Right.
But also, where could it go in mine?
Did you just say but?
Yes. We were talking about poo for so long. Now it's just going to be stuck in my vocabulary.
Don't say stuck. Here's the thing.
Hung chow.
Oh, gosh. We've gone way too far on that. Let's move on. Here's the thing. You almost think it's so gaudy that maybe I haven't been exposed to such luxury. Yeah. Do you feel that way?
Well, we've been to Versailles. I mean, we've seen it there. Like it's like we know where that looks right. Like, you know, we've been to castles.
But maybe my tastes haven't been calibrated to it.
Every man's house is his castle, and he's the king of his castle. So does it mean, hey, we should just decorate our house like it's our castle and we are the king and queen of it?
Right. So if that lion chair if that lion throne made you feel the way it made you feel, we should get it.
I'm going back to get it, and I loved your idea of putting casters on the bottom of it so I can swivel myself around it. Like this is a chair with like a 5-foot back, so when I'm sitting in it, I mean it frames me.
I don't think if you're on a Zoom call though, I don't think you're going to be able to fit it all in the Zoom.
You don't have to. I'm going to.
In the
what
Zoom
I do is
square.
I kick myself back from my desk.
Yes.
And then I spin myself in this circle, and then I do like a hands up, like Shazam type move, and then I come right back into the screen with everybody.
That's going to have to work into our dance moves,
right?
I think. Yes.
Yeah, and I'll do like my own little skit because it's like I'm talking to 300 or 400 people. It's going to resonate with that one person. It'll be for that person,
and they're going to be. They are going to totally.
They're gonna be like, yes, and I'll be like, I'm not your guru. Thanks, Tony. I am not your guru.
I hope we're making someone out there laugh because you're making me giggle.
You know, it's hump day.
You are making me giggle.
On the way to Christmas, on the way to the holiday season. We see all the Hanukkah festivities happening. It's a time for joy, a time for imagination, it is a time for dreaming and scheming. And we need to not be focused on a lot of the things that cause us anxiety, a lot of the things that might cause us stress over these times, and start looking at what makes us joyful, what makes us feel good, what makes us what gets our imagination fired up and excited about something in the coming future, and then how do we build that?
And you know, that just takes me back to being a kid. And at Christmas time, I would cut the pictures out of the JCPenney catalog of things that I wanted for Christmas, right?
Yeah.
We would do that. That's dreaming and scheming. You know what that really is? It's making a vision board.
Right.
And vision boards are how we use our imagination and we start to step into our future self. And what you did today was you sat on that throne and you started to feel what it was like
to be me,
to be you, and to step into
and to be
your greatness.
Yes.
And
it's stop having to worry about it.
And let me just tell you something, because I have learned a little secret in life. My whole life, I've been told, positive mental attitude. It's all about the way you think. It's all about the way you think. And I've also been told by so many sports coaches, it's discipline. It's all about the way you act. Massive action. You got to take control. Yeah. You've got to do the work. You've got to do the work. Yes, and yes to both of those. Positive mental attitude, and you have to take responsibility for the way you act and the choices that you make. So yes and yes to both of those. But the one secret that I think trumps both of them, it's all about the way you feel.
You know, that's so pivotal, because so often to get into the discipline, to get into the thinking, we tell people, turn off your thoughts, like turn off the way you think or the way you feel, and just do the action. But if you can work through that feeling and process it, because if you can
get into those good feelings,
yes.
And that's what you're talking about. When you sat into that throne, you tapped into the good feelings, the confidence feelings.
Yeah.
And when I'm talking about making a wish list of what I want, when I'm talking about dreaming and scheming or vision boarding, or do you know what I'm saying? I'm getting into the feeling of what I dream about. Those are good feelings.
Yeah. I was on a call with, I think, about 220 coaches last week. And one of the things was they were talking about how the positive mental attitude or affirmations just absolutely did not work for some of them, because they didn't feel congruent. They didn't feel like they believed it. So they felt like whenever they would say an affirmation, it felt like a lie, which brought them made them more depressed, sadder. And so what it was we got to the feeling. Like, what would it feel like to be celebrating, and who would you celebrate with? Like if you were to achieve this certain goal. And then that was a whole new thing. So if someone said their affirmation was, I'm a millionaire and I make great decisions. Well, if you can't see that and that feels incongruent, who would you celebrate with if you became a millionaire? And then how would that feel? Just knowing that you did become a millionaire, and who would you call, who would you celebrate with, and what's that feeling? So, and then identifying the feeling, just leaning towards the feeling, not leaning towards the actual result of the affirmation.
I know what I would do. I would go to Floor and World Decor.
That's right. Get some 20-foot nutcrackers.
Actually, I would get that Betty Boop. That right when you walk in the door, that big Betty Boop. I would get
Would you
her.
mosaic her or leave her just the way she
I would
is?
leave her just the way she is.
I would get a couple of those mannequins.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know why
the
you've got me hooked on
mannequins.
these mannequins.
Mannequins and that big mouth. You know that big mouth that when you first walked in?
I thought you were talking about the...
I want to put that on the stairwell. And right, I just think like that would be so cool.
That'd
like,
be really cool to walk up towards.
Just going to that store got my imagination in overdrive.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go there every week.
So also, this is something that journaling can do for you. And when you actually experiencing thing, and I was thinking just real quick, it hit me, and I know we're running on time, but like this is what vacations are. So we realize when we go on vacations, we have these little aha moments because we're getting hit by all this new stimulus that we like, I like this, I love this, I want more of this in my life, but we let go of that and then we go back to our sameness. So give yourself the experience of going out, experiencing something new, firing up your imagination, firing up your reticular activating system, and then get a journal so you can start logging in these aha moments and living towards them.
Good wisdom today. It's all about the way you feel. Have a great day. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye. If the idea of living lucky appeals to you, visit us at startlivinglucky.com.